It's that's what I'm saying. The shit is easy, but it's not. Like, if you think about it logically, it's easy. But if you think about how you are and how life really is and how we are as humans, up and down and shit, it's not. So you gotta like fight your demons. Now, not everyone is go. You can't tell me.
No, I love what you're saying right now. I agree with it. I agree with it. Actually, I have something to say when you're done.
Go ahead. I'm done.
So, life is hard. Life is hard.
It's not easy, bro.
I don't care if you're a billionaire, and you're gonna love this, right? You're gonna love this too. But
it's probably hard as a billionaire. Fuck, maybe I don't fucking know.
I'll tell you why. Right? If you're a billionaire, life is hard. If you're a millionaire, life is hard. If you're middle class, life is hard. If you're poor, life is hard. If you're, a student, life is hard. Right? If you're, what doesn't matter. If you're homeless, guess what? Life is fucking hard. You're homeless. Like, right?
It's
and I'll tell you why. Billionaires most of the time have voids to fill. Money isn't there. They have all this money, right? Most of them are probably broke as fuck, right? And then they grow up and they're like, oh my god, if I just had the Lambo, this, that, money would solve all my problems. They get all the money, but now it's not a privilege anymore. It's a right? You expect this stuff. It doesn't excite you like it did before, right? So most of these billionaires, the reason why they work so hard is because they have this void to fill in their heart, right? Money doesn't fill that void, right? But life is hard. They work fucking 80-hour weeks. They wake up at 4:30 in the morning.
Crazy.
Right? And the average person literally can't do that. They don't function like that.
Oh, really?
Right? The reason, well, I mean,
you look at the numbers.
How many people can wake up 4:30 every single day for the rest of their life?
3% maybe. I don't fucking know.
No, 1%.
1%. Okay,
1%, right?
Yeah.
So life, they're doing the hard things so that they can enjoy life, right? Now let's talk about the middle class. Usually everyone, I guarantee you, every single person watching this video is living paycheck to paycheck, right? Maybe 1-2% of you have actual savings, but the reason you guys are doing that, or one, your life choices, but two, it's hard living paycheck to paycheck. You feel like you have no money. You're not poor and you're not rich. You're somewhere in that middle, right? And life, you want more. Life is hard. It's frustrating. Things come up. You have anxiety. Maybe you have depression. All this other bullshit. Life is hard. And if you're leaning towards that poor side, I mean, it's just self-explanatory. You can't buy shit. Your shoes have holes in them. Yeah. I mean, we both
My shoes have holes in them still. Not now, but the fucking Jordan 1s have holes in them.
By choice, though.
I'm size 15 by choice. I can't fucking buy a pair of Jordans if I want. That's just the body, but whatever. But
sounds like God fucked you. But I mean, it is.
I hate it.
What are you gonna do, right? But what I was getting to is life is hard no matter how you slice it, and every single person has two choices, right? You have two choices. I have two choices. You have two choices. You can live easy now, and in the long term have a hard life. Or you can live and do all the hard things now so you can live easy later on.
Sit back and relax.
And I don't mean it, you work your ass off for 20 years and now you're living lavish and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What I mean is literally right now, if you wake up for like 6:30 or 5:30, you go for a run, you come back, you have breakfast, you exercise a little bit more, you get your shit done, and then by 8 o'clock, you're already on 5th gear. Everyone's waking up, by the way.
Yeah.
But you're already in 5th gear, you've worked out, you've had breakfast, you've taken your shower, you go about your day, you go to work, you kill it, you come back at 5 p.m., you go work out, maybe you box or something like that, you read a book, you work on your side hustle until like 10 p.m., you do some more reading, or I don't know, whatever you do, right?
Whatever it is.
Whatever it is, right? And then you an hour to detox and relax. Everyone needs that. And then you go to bed and repeat every single day. I'd be lying to you if I told you that isn't hard, right? But you do the hard things right now, right? So that you have that 6-figure, 7-figure income later on. Because if you do those things, you are going to be rich. You're putting in the work more than your average person, so you're going to be rich.
It's going to increase your chances a lot more than the next fucking guy, your fucking neighbor.
100%, right?
So you always want to make your chances higher, because nothing's guaranteed, but you'll be drawn more than fucking.
Money's going to be attracted to you at that point, right? You're working for it, right? And that's hard to do. A lot of people aren't willing to do that, and that's why they're fucking miserable. 100%. Now, if you live easy, you procrastinate. You wake up whenever the fuck you want, unless you have work or school, right? I know a lot of people do that, and I'm not gonna name names, right? But if you do that, right, and you're lazy, you procrastinate, no ambitions, no goals, nothing, you're gonna be depressed. 1, 2, you're gonna hate your life.
Yeah.
And 3, you're gonna live paycheck to paycheck because you're working at fucking McDonald's or, you know, some random fucking job that pays less than $20 an hour, and you're just not gonna have money, right? If you have a car, that's even worse. That's 600. That's half your fucking paycheck gone every fucking month, right? And it's gonna be hard because you're wondering, why don't I have all this stuff? Why don't I have the Lambo? Why don't I have a better car?
Because you're
You know,
smooth sailing through fucking life.
you're smooth sailing. You're not supposed. You can't do that.
Yeah, you can.
You can't do that.
coast. Like, yeah, it's
Right? You can't be on a sailboat just chilling,
just
right?
chill. You gonna
And
go
then
fucking
wondering
somewhere
why
you don't-
speedboats are fucking passing you.
Yeah.
Right? And then you're comparing yourself to that guy that
Next
wakes
thing
up
you know,
fucking
you're fucking directing to a fucking rock when you're not even paying attention. You're not steering yourself.
100%
And
because
someone
you're so
inside's honking
fragile.
at you like,
You're so
yo, you're gonna hit a
fragile.
rock. It's like, yo, whatever. But if you if you got a destination to go and you got a map and all, you're trying to every second.
And
trying
you're
to steer
steering your life,
You're
you're
gonna make
not
it to the
like-
fucking island in Jamaica.
100%. 100%. I actually love that.
What?
Right? Because you're on a sailboat, you're chilling, and you're letting life dictate everything.
Yeah.
So if you crash into a rock, you're
You
fucked.
So I'm saying the wind
Right?
will direct you to wherever you want. I pulled out my ass. I just thought of that, but it's
No,
common sense.
That's sick. That's sick.
It's common sense.